During the dating process, a lot of women don't like to ask questions because they want to feel like they're okay with everything. And whatever you do, and it's all right, it don't make no difference as long as when you're with me, you treat me well, da-da-da-da. And I think that might have been a little problematic for my marriage.
MC Lyte split from her ex-husband, John White, shocked a lot of people, and not for the reasons you might think. Some even whispered the marriage lasted longer than expected because in their photos, the chemistry looked off. People swore up and down that they were living a double life, and many were stunned. Lyte even walked down the aisle with a man in the first place. Now here's where it gets messy. Was her true sexuality the reason behind those so-called irreconcilable differences? Or was John out here creeping behind her back? Rumors say adultery might have been in the mix too. Let's rewind this drama. MC Lyte and John actually met on Match.com, and in August 2017, they had a picture-perfect wedding in Jamaica. But the fairy tale crashed fast. Just 5 months in, insiders say the spark was already gone. By 2020, Lyte officially filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences after only 3 years of marriage. She later opened up about how brutal the breakup was, confessing she was completely distraught at first. Lyte said when a marriage starts falling apart, your first instinct is to fight like crazy to save it. Not just for yourself, but for your family, your friends, and everybody who had witnessed that luxury Montego Bay wedding. But deep down, she admitted she knew the truth. It wasn't going to last.
I think in the very beginning, I was very distraught. You know, I feel like there are phases whenever a relationship is ending, whether you're married or not. So it's that first phase, like, oh my God, I gotta make this work for us. Then it's like, oh my God, I gotta make it work for everybody else involved, the family, you know, if there are children, people who flew all the way to wherever to see you all get married. And then you get to a point where like, you know what, this ain't working, it doesn't matter. And what really matters is that we both end up in a happy place.
To make matters worse, when the press caught wind of her filing, most people assumed she was already divorced. But in reality, she was still battling through the process, trying to hold it together in public while breaking down in private. Eventually, though, Lyte found her clarity. She realized happiness doesn't always come from holding on, and a failed marriage doesn't mean you're a failure. In her own words, she admitted that holding on has more to do with ego than love, and true strength, that comes from finally letting go. For MC Lyte, the mission shifted. No more trying to force a dead marriage to survive. Her focus became making sure both she and John could finally find peace apart. But here's the kicker. The divorce dragged on for 3 whole years because allegedly, John refused to sign the papers. That delay had people whispering that he was stalling for his own reasons. And the rumors only got juicier from there. Word on the street was that John was living a double life and sneaking around with other women. Some even claimed he was plotting to finesse Lyte's hard-earned fortune, trying to walk away with stacks that didn't belong to him. When she first filed, chatter spread fast that he was attempting to swindle the heck out of Lyte and cash out on her success. But Lyte wasn't letting those whispers fly unchecked. In 2023, she clapped back on Instagram, writing that her divorce was not a battle and stressing that John never tried to steal her assets. She doubled down during an interview on The Breakfast Club, telling her story about the grind behind her money. She explained that most of her income came from touring, saying, "When I started touring is when I started making money. Then I got a house, but by the time I furnished it, I had nothing to cover my windows. I had to hang sheets up until I could afford curtains." She laughed about those humble beginnings, but made it clear the money she earned was real sweat and hustle, not some handout. Lyte went further, revealing the harsh truth of the music business. Despite selling over 1 million records, she admitted she wasn't paid fairly in publishing royalties.
Did you get any money from, because you sold millions of records, did you get any of that publishing royalties, anything back then?
Slightly, but nothing like,
you know,
I should have, yeah. I mean, this is a treacherous game. And what's interesting is on the internet now is like every nook and cranny you can see truth being told, which is...
Really? Truth?
Well, yeah. You got some people that are just like, look, this is how the record deal works.
Oh, got you.
You know, which I think is really admirable of those people to kind of speak their truth.
But what saved her? A smart move. She kept full control of her music catalog, her royalties, and all her personal assets thanks to a prenuptial agreement. And she was crystal clear about one thing. John White never touched her coins. MC Lyte cleared the air about her divorce once and for all, saying people had it twisted. In her words, when the whole divorce thing happened, I just saw all this stuff saying he was trying to get this, or she got to keep that. that. It's not that she got to keep. He was never trying to do that. We had a prenup. Lyte explained that both she and John came into the marriage with their own assets. And from day one, they had an agreement. He's got his own stuff that I didn't want any part of. She admitted she hated how the story got spun in the media, but she expected it. Anything for a click. Even after she set the record straight, the whispers didn't stop. People still claimed John was living a double life, stepping out on her. But another wave of chatter focused on something entirely different, that folks were shocked she married a man at all. For years, rumors have swirled that MC Lyte might be bisexual, and her name always gets tied to Queen Latifah. These two have been inseparable since the early days, with Lyte calling Latifah her sister and praising her for changing the way female MCs approach business. Lyte has always said their bond was built on transparency and trust, so strong that they could talk about anything without fear of judgment. In an Essence interview, Lyte reflected on when they first met, saying, "Right from the start, we were inseparable. She had this vibrancy artistically. Latifah was free, and so much of that came from her mother. Her mother gave her wings to fly." But while Lyte spoke of admiration and sisterhood, gossip blogs couldn't resist twisting it into speculation about something more intimate between them. And the rumors didn't stop there. Queen Latifah herself has faced endless speculation about her sexuality, especially after her powerful performance in Set It Off. In the film, she played a tough, openly lesbian bank robber, and she killed the role so convincingly that people blurred the line between her character and her real life. But Latifah kept her private life exactly that, private. By never addressing those questions early in her career, she only fueled more whispers that she and MC Lyte shared more than just friendship. And for years, fans have been left wondering if their sisterhood was hiding a deeper story. Both MC Lyte and Queen Latifah have actually been asked straight up about those never-ending rumors. In her 2024 sit-down on The Breakfast Club, Lyte made it crystal clear their friendship is built on transparency and trust. She said they take care of each other to avoid misunderstandings, but when it came to the whispers of romance, she shut it down fast. Never was right. Still, Lyte admitted something raw. At first, the gossip about her sexuality really did get under her skin, but over time, she learned to shrug it off, saying it became more like, "Okay, that's how you want to see me? Fine. But that's not all of who I am." She stressed that certain things may have happened in her life, but she refused to let outsiders box her in with labels and assumptions. She opened up about the pressures of being young in the industry, where artists constantly got shoved into roles that weren't really their truth. People even doubted she could look the way she did and still be genuinely intimate. Lyte clapped back, saying she was actually far more traditional than most people imagined. That's why she chose marriage in the first place, because she truly believed in the sanctity of love and partnership. And when that union collapsed, it devastated her. Behind the strong MC image was a woman who wanted stability, who wanted forever, and who hated being forced into narratives she never claimed. But Queen Latifah isn't the only name fans link her to. Rumors have swirled for years about something between Lyte and Jada Pinkett Smith. Yes, that Jada. Personally, nothing's ever been confirmed, but the speculation still gets people talking. Fast forward to today. Lyte did eventually hard launch a new romance in early 2023 with tech professional Aaron Johnson. Insiders say she believes she attracted him by leveling up and becoming a better version of herself, calling him a reflection of her growth. She openly admitted she's in love, but don't expect wedding bells tomorrow. Both she and Aaron have been married before, both divorced, and this time they're moving slow. Still, Lyte teased that marriage isn't off the table. It's just not a sprint this time around. Now here's where it gets juicy. Fans who remember her 1993 hit Roughneck might be floored, because Aaron is nothing like the bad boys she used to celebrate. According to Lyte, her family was stunned when they met him, calling him a ray of sunshine and the total opposite of her usual type. She even admitted she had to adjust to being with someone so different, but now she's loving the softer side of life. As she put it, everything feels right on the inside. But wait, there's a twist. Recently, fans noticed Lyte deleted a bunch of photos of them together from her Instagram, and to stir the pot even more, people online have been saying she should just be true to herself. So now the question is hanging heavy. Who was really living that double life? Was it John? Was it Lyte? Or maybe both? Honey, at this point, nobody knows for sure. But what do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I need to know.